Where are my donuts?
Hello and welcome to anyone that's lurking and hasn't said hello yet. We are back. Well, I am back. I don't know who this we business is, unless you mean Pikachu here. But yes, we are back with some Detective Pikachu.
Where are my donuts?
Beep, 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 I am a woolly sheep and I beep, beep, beep.
BP Bartlett, thank you so much for the 34 months tier 1 subscription. That's a crazy amount of time. Crazy! But welcome. I'm pleased to see you've not fallen asleep. Should we play this in English? Because that's probably the easiest way.
Hello.
For a game I've not played before. Apply the following displayed language. Yes. Which voice language would you like to select? We'll go English. Oh, there we go. Right, so it's like this game's so new, Twitch doesn't even have like a proper category for it yet. So we're streaming under the old games category because there was no category for Detective Pikachu Returns. Story jump mode? What's that? Game settings. Let's take the background music down a bit. There we go. Double playback speed. You can choose whether the in-game movies play at double speed. That's pretty good for speedrunners. Right, new game then, yeah? Do you all remember what happened in the first one? Don't know how long ago it was I streamed the first one. I don't think it was too long ago, but I reckon it was definitely over a year or so.
The name's Pikachu.
Hello, Pikachu.
And I'm what you might call a great detective. With my bolts of brilliance, I've solved many mysteries.
We did.
My partner Harry and I.
This is like the catch-up.
Harry suddenly disappeared, and I'd lost all my memories.
Oh no.
After that, I was wandering the city when I ran into Tim. Somehow, he could understand what I was saying. Our goals were one and the same. Find Detective Harry, because my missing partner just so happened.
Do we think he's Harry, like in the film?
While we were searching for Harry, we uncovered a series of crimes involving R, a chemical that drove Pokemon berserk.
It did. I remember that.
Tim and I managed to solve the case and save Rhyme City. And yet... Harry was still missing. Even now, the two of us are still searching for him.
Kelly's, like, moving.
Harry. Just where the heck did you go?
Yeah, Harry, where are you? Do you think it's going to be a trilogy and we won't find Harry till then, or do you think it's just 2 parts? I reckon just 2 parts. Aw, look at them.
And so, to promote an even stronger bond between the people and Pokemon of Rhyme City,
Yeah, she's settling down on the back of the
I
sofa.
hereby proclaim this day the start of Pokemon
Seems a little bit
Friendship
cool. I'm going
Week.
to turn it up a bit.
To commemorate this event, we present this award to Tim Goodman and Pikachu, who saved
Harry!
Great detective, known for his bolts of brilliance.
Oh, Pikachu, I'm sorry. I guess that's a sign I better wrap this speech up, eh?
Yes. Wearing his iconic red hoodie.
You couldn't have picked a worse time to doze off.
Sorry.
Now then, due to the R incident of 2 years ago, some of our citizens began to doubt Rhyme City's motto, coexistence with Pokemon. So to those of you who were affected, I offer you my deepest sympathies.
Howard Myers, Mayor of Rhyme City.
What's that?
It's Corviknight.
Corviknight?
Slices through the sky on metal wings.
It's coming this way.
Oh no.
Sir, follow me.
Run away.
Everyone, get inside right away!
It's a bit of a grumpy Corviknight, isn't it?
What's going on?
Could it be? Or?
Don't think so. Its behavior's different. It's all right. Just calm down.
Oh no.
Pikachu.
Lousy Corviknight. It just made off with my signature hat.
Oh.
My dad gave you that hat.
Yeah, we gotta get it back.
You know how important that hat is to me, and Corviknight just flew off with it. What a mess. Oh, let's get it back. What's that? Do you think Pikachu's going to be like, Tim, hey Tim, over here. Hey Tim, over here.
Look, this must be the notebook the mayor dropped. Oh, there's something inside. A family photo? This girl looks familiar. Oh, she's the one who didn't look too happy during the mayor's speech.
Is she like, Dad?
That's my classmate, Rachel. She knows a lot about Pokemon.
Huh? Whoa, time out. You know her? Why am I just now learning this?
Why would you need to know? We should return this notebook to Mayor Myers. Yeah, but we got to deal with Corviknight. Right, let's go, Pikachu. Oh, it's a Spearow. Now, what do we do? Oh, look at the Pidove. It's all like unconscious. That's... Uh-oh, that doesn't look good. Oh, no. Poor little thing.
Oh!
Is that Pidove unconscious? Don't touch it. Moving this Pokemon could injure it. Hey, you big guy. What happened to Pidove? Well, I'm at a loss. Nothing we tried so far is working. Hey, can you even hear me? You, cut your Pikachu's pika chatter and evacuate the area. Will Butler, Chief of the Pokemon Protection Bureau. Oh, Dino, can hear how healthy you are. Oh my. That's scary. I need to track down Corviknight and get this area evacuated, but I can't just leave the Pidove here. Hey, what happened? Calm down, Pikachu. To everyone else, you're just saying Pika Pika. I'm the only one who understands what you're saying. Did we just say that straight in front of the Pokemon Bureau guy? Oh, right, sorry. Got a little worked up seeing Pidove in such a bad shape. Okay, Tim. It's on you to ask the big guy what went down. Excuse me, what happened here? Oh, you're that young detective. Yes, I'm Tim Goodman, and this is my partner, Pikachu. Will Butler, Pokemon Protection Bureau, and this Arduino is with the police department's rescue squad. Arduino. I'll spare you the details. Right now, we need to help this Pidove. All that wind Corviknight whipped up blew it around and knocked it out. Arduino used a move to help Pidove recover, but it still hasn't woken up. Arduino. Chief, no civilians injured to report at this time. Copy that. Great work. Now, I really should get back to leading the evacuation, but I can't just leave Pidove here unconscious. You ought to clear out of here too, young detective. Mr. Butler, let us help you take care of Pidove. We'll find a way to wake it up. Yeah, let a couple of great detectives handle this. You? This is an emergency situation, one that requires my full attention. Oh, maybe I should let you help. Alright, I'll leave waking up this Pidove to you. I'm counting on you, young detective. Yes, sir. Let's go, Pikapoo. Okay. Cool. Hey, why don't we talk to the other? Why don't we talk to those other Pidove? Sure, let's give it a shot. Hold on a sec, Tim. Before we talk to these guys, there's something I need to tell you. Yeah? What is it? Cases don't just pop up when it's convenient for us. I don't got to tell you that, right? Right. And it's been a good long while since our last case. Well, that's true. So let's hit pause and jog the memories of how we go about investigating a case. It's alright, I'll remember. We'll do this one by the book, alright? If you say so. Tim, this is our first investigation in a long time. Fortunately, Pidov's injuries are already healed. All we got to do is find a way to wake him up. Some might call it coincidence, but me? I call it an opportunity for a detective work tutorial. Perfect, right? I suppose. Let's refresh our memory and make sure we conduct a full investigation. Okay, got it. First, let's quickly go over how we investigate. I talk to the Pokemon, and I talk to the people. Together, the two of us will gather evidence and take testimonies from people and Pokemon and piece them all together to solve the case. Yep, that's how we do it. Exactly. Okay, this round of questioning is all yours, Pikachu. Sure thing, here I go. Hey, Pidove, can I talk to you? I'm guessing you're pals with that unconscious Pidove. Mind if I ask you a couple of questions? Cool. It says their friend's taking a nap and won't wake up. So it thinks that unconscious Pidove is just sleeping. Cool, cool. You really love the smell of... Wait, huh? What's that got to do with anything? Because we need to get the smell of whatever it is to wake up the Pidove. Cool, cool. Nice strong aroma makes the sleepy times go away. That's what it's saying. You'd think these Pidove would be more concerned about their unconscious friend instead of chirping about some smell. I'm gathering there's a certain aroma that Pidoves are really into. Guess that's all we're going to get. Maybe we should question some other Pidove around here. Hey, Tim. Come here for a sec. Why did we have to walk over there? If you get stuck during your investigation and see the light bulb icon in the lower left corner of the screen, you can press the left button to consult Pikachu and get a hint. I'm a little curious about what Pidove was saying. Yeah, its friend is unconscious, but all it wanted to talk about was an aroma it liked. I think it's donuts. Yep, nice strong aroma makes the sleepy times go away. That's all I could get out of it. Aroma, sleepy times go away. Wait, what if it was talking about using some kind of scent? And what if that scent could wake up its friend? That's it, Tim. If we can find the strong aroma those Pidove were chirping about, maybe it'll wake up their unconscious friend. That's what I'm thinking. It's worth a shot at least. But how are we going to find a scent like that? There might be some Pokemon who haven't evacuated yet. Maybe we can ask them. That reminds me. Listen up, Tim. If you're having trouble during an investigation, you can call on me anytime. I can give you advice discreetly so no one else notices. Yeah, we don't want people to know that we can't solve it by ourselves. Of course, you can also just mull things over on your own. But if you get stuck, it might be a good idea to take a break or retrace your steps. That's important too. You can press the plus button during gameplay to open the sub-menu. In this menu, you can save the game and change the game settings. You can press the ZL button during gameplay to reread recent conversations. Older conversations eventually disappear, so be careful not to forget what was said. Okay, here we go. Should we talk to this one? I want to talk to this one. No, not that one. Okay, I don't think we can talk to the other Pidove. Ooh. Hello. Zatu stares into the great beyond. That's Zatu. I can never tell what it's staring at or what it might be thinking. But that's the sort of Pokemon who's probably got all kinds of incredible knowledge. Don't know about that, but let's try asking if it knows anything about how to wake up Pidove. Way ahead of you. Hey, Zatu. Can you hear me? Hey! It's not saying anything. I wonder what's wrong. Oh, it wants peace and quiet while it's sunbathing. It's awfully calm given all the commotion going on. Maybe we should try asking someone else. Magnemite. A little jolt from Magnemite here might be just what Pidove needs to wake up. Yeah, you can't use your moves, so you'd have to ask Magnemite to do the jolting for you. Let's not go there. You know I'd use my moves if I could. Mag. Oh, I'll tell you what the problem is. We got a Pidove that won't wake up. I was thinking one of your electric type moves could jolt it awake, though probably only as a last resort. Wouldn't they normally knock it out though? Mag. Oh, you'd be willing to help us out? Thanks. If all else fails, we'll hit you up for an electrifying assist. Mag. Let's talk to the Spearow. Can we talk to the Spearow? I don't think we can talk to the Spearow. Can we talk to this Spearow? No. Okay, I'm going to see if we can talk to the Spearow from up here. Nope, we can't talk to the Spearow. Talk to the Arduino. Ordino. I don't know how to pronounce it. I think it's Ordino. Hey, any idea where we can find a nice strong aroma? Ordino? I guess you wouldn't know, huh? You should evacuate too, detective. I should, but I'm not going to. Oh, the car's in the way. Cuckoo. It's singing about how much it loves this aroma. Wait, if Pidove love this aroma, then maybe... Aromaticity. Maybe it's this we need. Aroma? You're, aromaticity, aren't you? What are these Pidoves surrounding you for? Aroma? Huh? They started flocking to it as soon as it got here. Oh dear. Yawny. These Pidove have been following Aromates around. Cuckoo. You're asking it to make a nice aroma. Cuckoo. Hurry up. Make the nice aroma. Aroma. The Pidove are really getting on its nerves. Seems like these Pidove are all drawn to the scent that Aromaticity emits. Which means Aromaticity might be able to help us wake up the unconscious Pidove. Good thinking, Pikachu. Let's ask if Aromaticity is willing to help us out. Hey there, Aromaticity. We could use some help. Aromaty! It'll help us out if we can get these Pidoves to stop following it around. Fair enough, let's talk to the Pidove. I just hope they understand us. Cool. Sorry to ask you this, but could you move, you know, somewhere else? Hey, now that's not the time to stop and smell the aromas. We're trying to help your friend here. Say, guess what? Pretty soon, Aromates is going to go make lots of nice aromas right over there. Cool. They're on board with the nice aromas over there plan. So they'll move. Great. Aromates should be willing to help us out now, right? Aroma! It's happy to lend a hand now that we got those Pidove to move. Great. Let's take Aromates back to the square. Okay, Aromaticity. Here's the Bedove. Please help it. Aroma. Will this work? Oh, it's up.
Glad that worked. Oh.
Bedove's awake. Ordino, Ordino. Wow, Aromate's scent is nice. But it's kind of like a really strong perfume. I don't get why the Bedove like it so much. Coo! Coo coo! Coo coo coo! Glad you're enjoying it. Aroma. Yep, you were a huge help, Aromate. Thanks. Let's hope the rest of the Pokemons are one that I know how to say the names of. Excellent work, young detective. That perked Bedove right up. I didn't even consider getting help from the other Pokemon in the area. Oh yeah, come to think of it, a police officer was calling this big guy Chief. I wonder why. Maybe he's the chief of police. How about you ask him and find out? Yes, I'm Will Butler, Chief of the PPB. The PPB? Pokemon Protection Bureau. Duh. We're an organisation dedicated to protecting the Pokemon of Rhyme City. The Pokemon Protection Bureau. Yeah, you told us that not long ago. So it's kind of like the police, but focused on Pokemon. I didn't know we had something like that. The Bureau only recently started its official operations. At the moment, we're borrowing office space at the Rhyme City Police Station and cooperating with the police. We were dispatched to provide security, but, well, just look what happened. Is it a bit like the order? What order? I don't know what you mean. I can't believe a fiasco this big occurred on my watch. It's honestly an embarrassment. We were formed 2 years ago as a response to the infamous R incident, the case you two solved. Back then, Pokemon related disturbances were happening all over the city. The human and Pokemon residents of Rhyme City were deeply affected by that. Order of the Phoenix. Yes, it's just like that. Mayor Myers was so shaken by what occurred, he took it upon himself to create the PPB as a countermeasure. He wanted to make sure crimes involving Pokemon, like the R incident, would never happen again. That's why this organisation exists. Oh, they got a load of Harry Potter stuff in B&M now, in their Christmas section. Isn't keeping the police's job, though? Isn't keeping the peace, not keeping the police. That's weird. In the past few years, Rhyme City has seen a concerning rise in the number of reported incidents and accidents. The police are struggling to handle so many incidents, including those involving Pokemon. But now the police can protect the human population of Rhyme City, while the PPB protects the Pokemon. Sounds like you might have to go on Thursday. Before or after the restaurant. By dividing up the work, we can keep everyone safe. Ah, so that's why the PPB was formed. Just what I'd expect from Rhyme City. They could have just got more police officers. Surely that would have worked too. Howard really is looking out for Pokemon, huh? By the way, young detectives, I was watching your investigation earlier and couldn't help but notice. Oh no, he knows we're talking to the Pokemon. Were you explaining things to Pikachu? Huh? I don't think Pikachu understands what you're telling him though. Unless the two of you can. I'm not actually talking to him. It's more like getting advice. No, that's not it. It's... Oh, I get it. You talk to Pikachu to organise your thoughts. Interesting way to form your deductions if you ask me. Yeah, that's it. Well, we do understand each other, actually. Phew, that was close. I thought it'd caught on to us. You've literally just said that right in front of him. Be careful. Usually folks wouldn't believe we can talk to each other. Why can't we just, like, prove it? All we'd need to do is, like, get them to whisper something to Pikachu while Tim's not there. Then have Pikachu tell me. Then I'll tell him back. And then they'll be like, whoa, you can talk to Pikachu. I don't understand why it's such a big issue. Whoa. Ah. Oh, it's Corviknight.
Back again. Come on, let's chase it down.
Yeah.
Sir.
Chase that bird down on foot.
Oh,
It's Corviknight again. Hey, give me back my hat, would you? The chief went after Corviknight in his patrol car. I bet Corviknight still has my hat. Let's follow it. Eggs? Is it an execute? App. Those are Pokemon cries. Sounds like they're coming from the direction Corviknight flew off in. Let's go check it out. I'm guessing they went this way. Or not. Maybe they went this way. I felt like it was that way though.
oh,
Whoa! Pikachu, look! It's an Alolan Executor. Well, how'd you like those apples? They're scattered all over the place. What a mess! Is this a tree? No, it's a Pokemon. And it's growing here? It's kind of weird. Unless what? No, this is definitely weird. Oh, it's a appling. Lives in an apple. App. It's dangerous here, Appling. You should find somewhere that's safe. App. That's odd. It doesn't seem like it wants to leave. Let's talk to it. What happened here? App. So the wooden crate shook, you got thrown out, and that's when you realised your friends were missing. Oh, it got separated. Then let's help it find its friends. Good thinking. How many friends were here with you? App. 2. Okay, got it.
Hey.
I haven't seen any Appling in the city before. Where'd you come from? Alola. App. Oh, you go to sleep in a wooden crate, and when you wake up, you're always someplace new. I do like an Appling. I like Appleton. I've not got the candy apple variety yet, though, from the DLC. So I've not played the DLC. So the apple vendor travels to different locations, and this Appling gets carried along. The apple vendor probably doesn't know about this Appling. Apple. How much have you played? Something suddenly shook it awake a moment ago. I bet that was Corviknight. Same goes for these crates getting toppled over. I don't see the apple vendor. They must have evacuated the area. More than me. Curse you. From what Appling said, I think I get what's going on. But as much as I'd like to go get my hat back from Corviknight, we can't just abandon a Pokemon in need of our help. Yeah, what kind of great detectives would we be if we didn't lend a helping hand or two along the way? Okay, should we investigate the fallen apples over there? I'd be happy to, if there wasn't a tree in the way. Something about this seems odd to me. What? The fact it's got feet, a tail, and a face on the end of its tail. Okay, so we can't investigate because the tree's in the way. What should we do about it? Well, we can't just cut it down. Eggs.
Whoa!
Whoa.
This tree's an executor!
The towering tropical Pokemon. Wait, isn't this an Alolan Executor? I'd never seen one before, so I didn't even realise that. What's it doing here in Rhyme City? Maybe I'll play the DLC when I'm on the plane. That would be a good time to do it. Why don't we ask and get some other questions in while we're at it? We can't investigate until it moves anyway. Hey, Executor, over here, look down, by your feet. Eggs, eggs, eggs. Whoa, don't all talk at once. How about this, Executor? I'll tell you which head should answer. Sound good? Egg, eggs, eggs. Wild Runner.
Hello.
Yes, I am back online. I'm really tired, but I'm here. The allure of Pokemon Detective Pikachu Returns has drawn me in, despite all the flack it's getting online for looking like a 3DS game. Oops, forgot to say which head. About you, Executor. Your middleist head. Why are you here? Eggs? Guess it's been travelling around with the apple vendor. That explains why it's here in Rhyme City. What happened here?
Hey,
You, right head. Tell me what happened here. Eggs. Corviknight came flying through, and when you tried to dodge it, you bumped into the fruit stand. I knew it. By the way, have you seen a hat? Corviknight took mine. Eggs. Guess it happened too suddenly for you to tell. Oh well.
hey,
Left head. We got a favour to ask. Egg? Sorry, but we want to search through those apples scattered behind you. Could you please scooch over a bit? Benny's traumatised. Oh no, what's happened to Benny? Kelly's asleep on the back of the sofa. She's not traumatised or moaning about rain. It's not even raining here though. Egg. Oh good, it moved for us. Now we can investigate the scene. Well, I can see an appling already. It's there, look. This is where all the apples got scattered around. He fell into paint on Saturday night, Monday morning. So when I let him in, he was covered in dry paint. Had to bath him 3 times. Oh no. Poor Benny. Hope you got it all out. At least you didn't have to like shave him. That would have been bad. Let's let the investigation begin. So now whenever I turn the tap on the bathroom where he used to love drinking from, he runs downstairs and hides. Oh. Remember what we're looking for? Yeah, we're looking for that applin in the top corner. But then there's another one somewhere. The 2 missing applin. That's right, there's a lot of apples here, so try not to overlook them, okay? Well, here's one. Look, an applin. I found one. App. Have you been sitting still, pretending to be an apple this whole time? That must take a whole lot of patience. App. Huh? Patiently staying still is one of your talents. Impressive. That Corviknight got you wrapped up in quite the mess though, didn't it? Your friend is waiting for you. Right. Is it this one, do you think? No, there are apples everywhere. At this point, these apples are only good for making juice or jam or something. I'll still eat them, bruises and all. Are you eating an applin?
Oh, this is a tasty apple. You want some too,
I had to
Tim?
cut some off his lower leg paws, and I
forget to
have
pay for
bite
it.
marks from him protesting this, as I couldn't clean it off. But the stuff on his chest being up. Poor little cat. Why would people leave like paint lying around? It's an apple crate. No sign of Applin though. Well, we searched pretty thoroughly. I still don't see my hat or the other Applin though. Where could it be? I reckon it's on top of Exegator. Or behind the box. It's behind the box. Huh? Did you see something move behind that crate? What? No, I didn't notice anything. Try checking again. Maybe something's changed. Oh, it's the hat! My hat! Does that mean Corviknight stole the Applin? Corviknight dropped it. Could have sworn it wasn't there earlier. Anyway, I'm just glad to have it back. But where...
This was a real pain.
Is there an Applin under it?
Hey, get back here. The heck?
Hey, quit playing around.
Hey, I'm not playing at all. My hat keeps moving on its own.
That's ridiculous, Pikachu.
See? Told you so.
Executor.
Guess I've gotta go get it.
Oh, Executor looks so happy. Apart from the right head, he just looks slightly happy.
Well, Tim, lift me up.
Okay. You alright? Don't hurt yourself.
Please, this'll be nothing.
Woof, woof. Lucky I was ready then. No, Pikachu, don't fall!
Finally got you back.
Imagine if it wasn't an Applin. It was like a cutie fly or something. And with that, Pikachu died. Pikachu is an Applin. I think he knows. Whoa. Are you okay? Fine and dandy. Nice catch, by the way. Are the Applin okay too? Yeah, they all seem happy to be reunited. Good. I'm glad they're all right. So one of them was wearing my hat, her. Seeing it move on its own really threw me for a loop. I'm sure Corviknight dropped the hat mid-flight and just happened to fall on top of Applin. Oh yeah. Hey Tim, where's my hat? Don't worry, I've got it. At the end of the day, I'm just glad I didn't lose my hat.
Yeesh, that was a hassle.
That's better. He's not just a normal Pikachu now.
Yeah, you look like yourself again.
Thanks, Tim. Harry gave me this hat to commemorate our partnership.
The awards ceremony will resume shortly. We ask that all participants please return to the venue at this time.
I guess we better hurry back.
That darn Corviknight. I'll let it off the hook just this once.
Nice. I think we've done the tutorial.
Great work. Thank you. And you as well, Pikachu.
Yep.
I can't say it enough. Rhyme City owes you a debt of gratitude for your efforts. We strive for coexistence between people and Pokémon in our fair city. And you two are the ideal detective duo.
We are. We're the
On behalf
best.
of the city, I am pleased to present you with this medal.
Thank you, Mayor Myers. I'm honored.
Of course, you get one too, Pikachu.
Yeah, I'm the great detective.
Pika Pika to you too, little hero. Both of you, keep up that great work.
Way to go, Tim!
Oh, I've got a fan.
Congratulations, hon.
I've got 2 fans. Nice. Imagine if that was the game. It's over now. Later that evening at Tim's apartment.
Tim, I was so proud of you today.
Who's this? Irene Goodman. It's Tim, my mum. She wasn't in the first game.
Tim.
Is that my sister? Tim's little sister. Okay, we don't have fans. They're just family.
You think so?
Where did they come
Everyone
from?
knows all about the amazing work you two have done. There was the Evie abduction case, the fossil stealing spree.
And the Rhine Tower standoff case, too. They even made a movie based on the R case.
They did.
Yeah, I thought that movie was pretty good, but how come Mom and me didn't even show up in it?
Exactly.
I have no idea, but movies usually do their own thing, don't they?
I like the reference to the film.
Guess. Oh, by the way, I've been meaning to ask you something. This is Dad's Pikachu, right?
Yeah. He's my partner at the moment, though.
I see.
Whoa, whoa. What's with all the staring?
He saved your dad from trouble many times.
We're just staring at Pikachu.
Oh, Pikachu. The news is about to start. Maybe there's an update on that Corviknight.
Yeah.
Right, just go check the TV. We interrupt your regular scheduled program to bring you this breaking news. I thought they said the news was about to start. Oh, what's going on?
According to amateur footage we've received from a viewer, Pokémon appear to have caused an explosion. This explosion occurred in the mountain range northeast of Rhyme City.
Oh my.
This may be related to the recent uptick in incidents involving Pokémon.
Mew and
Rhyme
Beedrill.
City Police and the newly established Pokémon Protection Bureau are investigating. Amelia Christie signing off.
That is one
Hey,
low
Tim,
frame rate TV.
Did you catch that?
I hope that incident doesn't have anything to do with Dad.
Same here.
Mewtwo told me 2 years ago. Dad's alive, and we'll be able to find him as long as
Where's
we
he
don't give up.
been for the last 2 years then?
Yeah. Mewtwo is still our only connection to finding Harry.
Whispering to Pikachu, are you?
Oh.
You're just like your father, talking to Pokémon like that.
She doesn't
Oh.
seem concerned
Really?
that he's still missing. It's just like whatever.
It's been 2 years since the R incident. Since then, we've solved all kinds of cases. The mayor even gave us an award for it. I can still talk to Pikachu and understand him.
We know.
If the two of us keep solving cases together, I'm sure we'll find my dad someday.
Let's hope so. We'll proceed. The question is, will we find him at the end of this game? Or how are they going for the trilogy? The day after the award ceremony.
Whoa.
You're cozy in
That's a
bed. You're
lot of
going to fall
whimsical.
asleep then, aren't you?
Sure is. They ride through on seasonal winds every year.
I hear they can be real pranksters.
If they get in a house they like, they scatter cotton everywhere.
Oh, no.
Sounds like a pain to clean up.
Yep.
Itch yet. What?
The sweet smell of coffee is calling my name.
It's the perfect Pikachu bait.
Tim!
Oh, it's him. Can't remember his name. The detective. Frank Holiday. Police inspector, not detective.
Inspector Holiday, did you finally find my dad?
No.
Sorry. No. I'm here on a different case. We've received reports of a jewel theft. Could you lend me a hand with this one?
Of course.
Why not?
The incident occurred at the Dennis residence, the mansion down the street. Sorry, but Brad is waiting for me. I'll go ahead and meet up with you there.
So much for my coffee.
Poor Pikachu. Can we just not go get the coffee anyway? Okay, let's go, Pikachu. Wait a second, Tim. What for? There's no need to rush. You got to be calm and unhurried if you want to do your best investigation. Yeah, I guess that's true. Pikachu's real talkative Pokemon. If you see this Pikachu icon in the lower left corner of the screen, to chat with him. Sometimes Pikachu will try to get your attention and say, "Oh no." he is still going to go, "Hey, Tim, hey."
Tim. Look, I know we need to hurry, but would it really hurt if we relaxed a bit?
Yes.
For instance.
Yes, it would.
Oh, here's a good idea.
Get a takeaway
You
coffee.
could listen to some sage advice from a great detective like me. Okay.
But Holiday's waiting. We better go join him.
Whoa!
As much as I hate to admit it, we don't have time to drink coffee right now. Oh, look at these two having a little fight in the corner. A Poliwrath and Hariyama. They're squaring off. You can cut the tension with a knife. It looks like a fight could break out any second. We should probably avoid this alley so we don't accidentally set them off. What does that say? Oh no, Hariyama's facing off against Poliwrath again. Why does he act out like this? He's usually so gentle. Is something wrong? My partner, Hariyama, loves showing off his strength, especially when he can test it against someone else's. And since Poliwrath is also proud of its muscles, Hariyama considers it his rival. Once they start going at it, it's hard to stop them. Yikes. Guess we better avoid that alley for now. Okay, basically we're avoiding that alley. That sweet smell is irresistible. They must be using Comby's honey. Let's come back and try some after we're done with the case. Oh, can't we try some now?
Tim!
The purple one, what Pokemon? The one that was sat on the chair? Or the purple donut? I appreciate you coming at such short notice, Tim. Where's that lady shouting at? This way, the crime took place at the Dennis residence up ahead. The way he's walking. Yes, the Espit or something. Yeah, I can't remember what it's called. It's one of those, something like that. Oh, itchy head.
Here I am! You called for me? Huh? It's nothing? Oh, you just felt like calling my name?
I just saw the button highlighted, so I pressed it. Apparently it's always highlighted.
Well, if it isn't the great detective.
Not him again. Is that him? Rhyme City Police Lieutenant. I seem to remember him vaguely. Yes. They were in the first game, weren't they, on the island? If I remember rightly. It's been a while, Brad. Need a Janet as well. I see you on the case too. I suppose that means you are as well. You private detectives do love sticking your noses into every little thing. We were asked, you know. If Mr. Dennis hadn't requested you personally, I'd be asking you to leave right now. Yep, he's still a jerk. Think he's still holding a grudge from that time we showed him up. Manic. He says no funny business. Sheesh, no wonder you two are partners. That's enough, Brad. We're going to be conducting this investigation together. This is the scene of the crime, right? Yes, this mansion belongs to Sanjeev Dennis, a jeweler. It's a big mansion. Dennis's residence. He must be doing all right in the jewellery business. Or maybe he's doing shady jewellery deals. Mr. Dennis is one of the wealthiest men in Rhyme City. Under normal circumstances, a civilian like yourself would never have the opportunity to meet him. Make sure you don't do anything to offend him. Oh, and don't get in the way of our investigation either. He's just got to get a dig in somewhere, doesn't he? Okay, Tim, come inside. The missing jewel.
I see.
All right, Tim. Mr. Dennis is waiting for you in the room to the right. Thanks, Inspector Holiday. Should we go this way just to annoy him? Oh, picture of Hot-O. The name of this painting is Golden Sunrise, and it depicts Hot-O, a Pokemon that's spoken of in legends. They say it brings eternal happiness and that its wings shine with a rainbow-coloured light. Rainbow-coloured light, huh? The painting sure is beautiful, but I bet the real thing is even more breathtaking. Okay, we'll go talk to Sanjeev now.
Oh, Tim, I've been waiting for you.
That's not the voice I was expecting. Aww. Oh, Growl is all sad. My name is Sanjeev Dennis. I'm a jeweller, and this is my partner, Growlith. Growl. I'm Detective Tim Goodman, and this is my partner, Pikachu. Sorry to jump into it, but could you please tell us what you know about the incident? Oh, a precious jewel was stolen while I was out of the house. It's called the Aurora Drop, and it's a very rare jewel indeed. The Aurora Drop? What a mysterious name. Magical even. Oh, the little thief injured one of my staff members and made off with the jewel. Okay. Thankfully, my staff member's injuries were minor, and yet... Is something sticking out to you as odd? Well, the police are treating my trusted butler as the prime suspect. They think the butler did it. Cliché. Could you tell me a bit more about the stolen jewel? It looks like this. It's purple. Most gemstones must first be cut and polished into beautiful jewels, but the Aurora Drop is said to have naturally formed into its shape. The way it shines looks a bit like an aurora. Yes, that's precisely how it's got its name. The Aurora Drop has been the subject of many a tale, but it was thought to be nothing more than fiction. Even among us jewellers, for the longest time, we called it the Jewel of Legend. Wow. He wasn't kidding when he called it precious. Wow. He wasn't kidding when he called it precious. Guess it's no surprise that someone wanted to steal it. It definitely sounds valuable. Where were you displaying it? I keep it securely locked within a special reinforced case inside the jewel storage room. There are locks on both the storage room door and the reinforced case. And yet, despite all that security, it still got stolen. About your trusted butler. You mentioned that the police already have a suspect. Yes, they believe that the thief is my own trusted butler, Barnes. Why do they think that? Because Barnes and I are the only people who can access the key to the storage room. What's keeping someone else from getting to it? The key is always kept around Growlith's neck. That's why he's so sad. At least if we talk to Growlith, he'll know who took the key. If anyone but Barnes or myself attempt to take it from her, Growlith would start barking. My Growlith is very loyal Pokemon. She would never allow the key to be taken by a stranger. I don't see the key around Growlith's neck right now. The police think Barnes took it. That would certainly make sense, assuming Barnes really is the culprit. Oh. Mr. Dennis, if possible, I'd like to talk with Barnes. He's currently being questioned by the police. But you don't believe Barnes is a thief, is that correct? I've known Barnes since we were young. He worked in this home for years and has always served us well. I'm certain that he would never steal from me. I couldn't possibly imagine him hurting anyone. So you're saying Barnes didn't do it, and the real culprit is still at large. Felt like we hadn't had any of those sort of things yet today. That's right. Someone else must have stolen the jewel. Please help me prove that Barnes is innocent. Ah, so that's why he called us here, to clear his butler's name. We'll talk to Barnes later. There we go. I don't like why my arm kept disappearing, so I'm moving across. We need to talk to Growlith. So finding the Aurora drop and clearing Barnes of suspicion. Those are the two things you called us here to do. Could you please? You're the only ones I can count on. Our job is to investigate the case and reveal the truth. We won't know if Barnes is truly innocent until we look into this more. Yeah, the police must have at least some reason to suspect him. But we'll do what we can. If that's acceptable to you, we'll take the case. That's more than acceptable. Thank you, Tim. Great. In that case, may I start investigating the scene of the crime? Can we not just talk to the Growlith and ask it who took the key? Of course, the jewel storage room is just upstairs. I know you won't let me down. Wait a second, Tim. There's something I want to try. Starting with this case. Something you want to try? Yeah, a case notebook. The writers for Detective Journal swear by it. Detective Journal? That's the magazine you're always reading, right? Yeah, that's the one. They researched the most effective way for detectives to organise their case notes. The solution they came up with was a case notebook. Sounds intriguing. How does it work? I'm getting to that. First, open up your notebook. X button. First, let's write in the notebook any burning questions that arise while we're investigating. We'll summarise the testimony and evidence that we've gathered during our investigation on the page below. After we've collected enough testimonies and evidence, the begin deduction option will appear. When you select this, you can start deducting the answers to our question, deducing. We don't have enough testimonies of evidence right now, but once we do, we'll be able to start deducing. I guess actually using the notebook is the best approach. So Tim, what do we have to do right now? We have to collect testimonies and evidence to figure out how this jewel was stolen. To do that, we first have to investigate the scene of the crime, or talk to the Growlith. That's right, let's go check out the jewel storage room. Can we not talk to the Growlith? Growl. Is Dennis's partner's Growlith? She sure doesn't look happy. Growl. Apparently she feels responsible. No wonder she's so down. Maybe we should leave her alone for a while. Surely that'd be the first thing to talk to. is that the jewel room?
Whoa!
We may be investigating a crime, but we should still respect the residents' privacy. We shouldn't go banging into rooms that have nothing to do with the case. I didn't know. Oh, here it is. Is it the cotton things? You like the graphics? Well, don't go reading the comments online then. So many people are like having goes at this game, saying how bad it looks. It's like, I know I have to resist the urge, but I read one comment and it was like, oh, it looks like a 3DS game, and I was just like, well, that's a good job they're charging 3DS game money for it then, because it's like not a full price game. You know? People like to complain, and they like to complain even more when it's a Pokemon game. The dual storage room has been left exactly as it was at the time of the incident. But yeah, it's like, it looks the same as the first one. Obviously when we played it on the stream, we were playing the 3DS version, but it was like bumped up in resolution, and it looks the same. Where was this? I think it was on Facebook, but they're also on YouTube as well. Inspector Holiday's already filled me in. Please go right ahead. You know, I mean, but like I say, at the end of the day, it's not a full price game, so I wouldn't expect it to look like, so they're sort of saying, oh, Pokemon Snap looks so much better than this. It's like, yeah, but Pokemon Snap was 50 quid. This was 35. Well, 40 if you buy it from the shop. It's quite a big difference.
Yes.
I think it was those cotton things. Look at all the cotton around. Oh dear, I'm so tired. It's a keyhole. What is it, Pikachu? I checked out the door, but there's no signs of forced entry. Then we can be fairly certain that the thief used a key to get in. According to Dennis, the room where the Aurora's drop this is the room where the Aurora drop used to be. Let's take a closer look. What a beautiful jewel. It's so clear and sparkly, absolutely brilliant. Why didn't they steal more than just the one jewel? The green jewel. The fresh green colour reminds me of the forest. Just looking at it, it's all calming. Are we not going to like question all the cotton on the floor? This one's a blue jewel. It's a deep blue, like the ocean. It has a kind of magical feel to it. It's a red jewel. What a vibrant red, like boiling hot lava. It's almost too bright to look at. This area looks more disturbed than the rest. Let's start investigating. We might find a clue. Alright, don't let any details slip you past, Tim.
Let me see.
I think we should look at that blue thing sticking out the cotton. It's a feather. Here's a blue feather. Do you think the Pokemon it belonged to was in this room? Maybe it's from a Pokemon that lives in the mansion. Let's look at that later. That looks like part of the jewel case. Based on the shape, do you think the top half of the case was cut off? Yeah, it looks that way. It's a really clean cut. Slicing it must have taken one seriously sharp blade. I doubt a human could pull that off. There's some cotton on the ground. It looks really fluffy and soft. What's a bunch of cotton doing in here? Because those cotton things were in here. This is the only case that's damaged. Must be where they kept the Aurora drop. The edge looks like it was sliced clean off with a blade. What kind of blade could slice this cleanly through such a sturdy jewel case? I mean, that is pretty thick. Yeah, I'm not sure how they would cut the thing, though.
Is this...
Hey, Tim! Check it out! Looks good, huh? Disguises are a key part of detective work, you know.
Yeah, whatever. Now quit goofing off and investigate.
He clearly doesn't appreciate my art. Perhaps I need to give him a little more training.
Have we not investigated everything yet? I feel like we have. The jewel case is still locked. Like Dennis said, the jewel in this case was stored under lock and key. And the key in that case is a different key than the one the jewelry storage room door. I wonder who has the key then.
Right.
We've covered everything. I was wondering about any other spots you want to check. No, I'm good.
Okay, let's start deducing. Great.
Okay, apparently we're there. We're ready to solve this puzzle. Oof. Begin deducing.
Okay.
You probably figured out how the culprit stole the jewel by now, eh? Alright, select begin deducing. Okay.
Okay.
We have a few plausible theories. Which you think is right? The culprit cut open the case, stole the jewel. And the culprit hadn't actually stolen the jewel yet. The culprit may have only taken the oil drop out of the jewel storage room. Instead, they may have hidden it among the cotton. I mean, they might have hidden it under the cotton. From what we've seen of the crime scene, we can tell that the jewel case was sliced open. Surprising the police missed that. After that, the Aurora drop was removed from the case and taken away. Right, and we saw that the jewel case was still locked, which supports that claim. We still need to investigate more to determine how the case was sliced open, but at least we know how the thief got their hands on the Aurora drop. Yeah, we've made the first step forward.
Okay.
You understand how to use the case notebook now? Yep, once I've got some evidence, I'll start deducing. Feel free to start deducing whenever you feel like. Okay. After investigating the scene, new avatar pose. What do you mean? I know they got some Detective Pikachu things you can choose now in the online stuff. We can be certain that the culprit sliced open the case and took the jewel from inside. Oh, in Pokemon Go. Is it like with a Detective Pikachu microscope? What are they called? Magnifying glass. But there's just one thing that's strange. Oh, yeah. Yeah, think, Tim. What's strange about the way the crime was committed? The jewel storage room door was locked.
Oh!
The door to the storage room was opened with a key. But the jewel case was still locked when it was sliced apart. That's right. So that means the thief only had one of the keys. The one to the storage room. They didn't have the key to the jewel case. According to Mr. Dennis, only he and Barnes can access the jewel storage room. I understand why the police suspect Barnes, but I'm not so sure. Obviously, it'd be best if we could talk to Barnes ourselves, but he's still being questioned. We need to ask Mr. Dennis about the lock on the jewel case. Right, after we wrap up here, let's go ask him.
How's the investigation going, Tim?
Oh, Mr. Dennis.
Sorry, I couldn't stand just waiting around. Have you discovered anything?
It does appear that the culprit used the storage room key to gain entry. We believe they then cut the jewelry case and took the Aurora drop.
Is that so? I suppose that doesn't help Barnes much since he has access to the key.
I have a question for you, Mr. Dennis. Who has the key to the jewel case?
I have it right here. I always carry the key to the jewel case on my person.
I don't know why his voice has changed so much. I've known Barnes a very long time, but I still won't give him this key. The security of the jewel case is my personal responsibility. Ooh. Got it. So both Barnes and Dennis can access the key to the jewel storage room. But only Mr. Dennis has access to the key to the jewel case itself. That's valuable information, Mr. Dennis. Is it? Is it really?
Really?
I thought I might be getting in the way, but I'm glad to hear I could help. The Aurora drop is meant to become a symbol of revival for Rhyme City. Anyway, I'm counting on you, Tim. I also want to know what that blue feather is. A symbol of revival? Let's ask Dennis about that later. The thief cut open the case to steal the jewel, but they had to get into the storage room, and the only people that had access to the storage room were Dennis and Barnes, so it makes sense the police would suspect Barnes. If they hadn't been used to if the key hadn't been used to unlock the storage room, Barnes wouldn't be under suspicion in the first place. Why would he do that knowing people suspect him? Maybe he didn't think that far ahead. The magnifying glass pose, and it's free! In any case, based on what we found at the scene of the crime, we can't be certain of anything yet. We need to talk to Barnes and other people in the mansion and hear what they got to say. Not just the people, the Pokemon too. Oh, I'll interpret for you when we talk to them. Alright, I'm counting on you, Pikachu. Okay, now that we've got our next steps figured out, let's start investigating everyone right away. I still want to know what that is. The feather. Oh. Why am I so yawny? Hey Tim, there's something on the floor by the window. Should we check it out? Where? Where? Oh, over here. Another blue feather.
Oh.
What's all this? Pokemon feathers? Sure look like it. They're scattered all over the floor and the window's open. Maybe a Pokemon got in or out through here. Do you think it has anything to do with the case? Look at this. One of these feathers is darker than the others. You're right, the other 6 are a lighter shade of blue. Something about this is nagging me. Let's go talk to people, I guess. This is the jewel storage room. Scene of the crime. Yeah, you weren't much help. Are you going to be much help? This room is currently being searched by the police. Is that Barnes?
Hello there, Detective Tim.
Hello.
Oh, I mean, Detective Goodman?
It's Larry Turner, the newest staff member. Wait. You are the detectives, right? That's what Mr. Dennis said, at least. The names... Wait. That's not proper enough. Sorry. My name is Larry Turner, and I'm a member of the house staff. Yeah, why isn't he refereeing? Silly Larry. House staff, huh? Seems in over his head. If you need anything, just let me know. I mean, please inform me if... You really don't have to be so formal with us. Thanks, that's a huge relief. I got this job a while ago, but I'm still not used to talking all fancy. Oh, is that a problem? Well, it's a good thing for me that Barnes deals with all the important guests. My main duties are taking care of the Pokemon, managing the house, and groundskeeping. And I can handle all that, no problem. I don't know, this guy isn't exactly filling me with confidence of his ability to do the job. Anyway, you wanted to ask about what happened, right? I mean, I already told the police everything I know. I'm really sorry for taking up more of your time. Oh, sorry. That's not what I meant. I'm not complaining or anything. It's just that I don't remember what happened very well. Something attacked me from out of nowhere, and I blacked out. Something attacked him. So not the thief then. Oh, my socks are annoying me. Why am I still wearing socks in the house? Weird. I need to take my sock off. Oh, that's better. I'm sockless. I can do my best thinking without socks on. Can you please tell me more about that, Mr. Turner? Sure, no problem. Right, so where to start? I was just doing my job, like normal today. I'd made food for the Pokemon, did some cleaning around the mansion, that sort of thing. I think I was tidying the garden when it happened. I saw Ducklip, blue feathers. The lane have a new bus. Is it like a 3-story? Like the night bus? As I recall, I wondered where she was going. I mean, usually Ducklet just walks out the front door. Nearly. This is explaining a lot about the Pokemon that's showing up in Pokemon Go at the moment. They're all like the ones in this game. No beds. Pfft. Rubbish. It seemed weird to me, so I went upstairs to see what was going on. That's when I saw the door to the dual storage room was wide open. As if that wasn't shocking enough, the moment I went to look inside, I suddenly got punched by a Pokemon. You need a Snivy. I need a bloody Sudowoodo. I've had loads of Snivvies. I just need a Sudowoodo. I've not seen any of those. And the next thing I knew, I was lying on a sofa and someone was treating my wounds. A Pokemon punched you? Yeah. I feel like I glimpsed a small red figure for just a moment. Based on its size, it couldn't have been a human, so I'm guessing it was a Pokemon. A red Pokemon? Do you know what kind it was? Oh, I'm really not sure. It all happened so fast. I see. I'm so sorry that happened to you. But I'm glad you weren't seriously hurt. That's what the doctor said. No Pokemon would want to steal the Aurora drop. It's possible that the culprit ordered their partner Pokemon to swipe the jewel and punch out Turner. So Tim, now you've heard Turner's story, what do you think? We need to find the Duckling that flew out the window, and that red Pokemon too. Yep, you got it.
Excuse me?
Did you see anything? Did you see anything else when the Pokemon attacked you? The thief who brought that Pokemon along was probably nearby. Unfortunately, that's all I saw. I see. Can you think of any other details that might give us a clue about the culprit? Nothing in particular is coming to mind. I mean, Mr. Dennis is such a nice person. I've never heard of anyone holding a grudge against him. Someone didn't pick the right answer. Someone didn't pick the right answer then, that Papilla Willow asks. Or did you? Huh? I picked Rowlet. That's what I picked. What do you mean? Was it a question? I'm confused. I just thought which one. I never read what he says. I just thought it was like 3 different like tangents. Did I mess up? I've never heard of anyone holding a grudge against him. And I was really surprised to hear that Barnes is a suspect. You don't think Barnes is responsible? Yes, he was asking a question and you had to pick the correct answer. Well, I have not read anything Professor Willow has said in about 5 years. So yeah, normally you get a choice and you choose one and that's the path you go down. Oh well. But honestly, I just can't believe it. Barnes is still showing me the ropes around here. He's a great co-worker with tons of experience. I mean, if you had known Barnes before this, you could never even imagine him being a thief. Do we have to ask about the Aurora
Excuse
drop?
me?
The Aurora drop, I've never even seen the thing. It's been shut up in that storage room ever since I was brought to the house. Of course, I know it's valuable and all. I assume that's what's been causing all the arguments between Mr. and Mrs. Dennis lately. Well, I didn't read it, and I pressed Rowlet, and it said something like, "Are you sure that is the correct answer?" So I went back and read it.
Failure.
Oh well. What sort of arguments? In case you hadn't heard, Mr. Dennis says he's going to donate to the Aurora drop. Seems like Mrs. Dennis is against that plan. I'm starting to get suspicious about Mrs. Dennis now. Every night, it really must be a point of contention. I guess Mrs. Dennis just doesn't want to give up such a valuable jewel. So the Aurora drop been driving a wedge between husband and wife, eh? Oh. Can we talk to Growlithe yet? Cheer up, Growlithe. No, we can't. Oh. Fab. Oh, it's Clefable, Mrs. Dennis's partner, apparently. Can I ask you a few questions? Hey. Whoa, what gives? No need to be so rude. What's wrong? Seems like she's real suspicious of us. Maybe she's feeling sensitive after the incident here. Oh, she's all sensitive. Or she's involved in it. Yeah, look at her. She's well evil. Oh, it's Lugia. The name of this painting is Silver Waves, and it depicts Lugia, a Pokemon known as the Guardian of the Seas. It's rumoured to live deep down on the ocean floor, but no one's ever seen it. Het is in position. Bless. Is you all pointy or just close?
Yes?
Yes.
You certainly don't look like you're with the police. State your business.
Oh, okay. Sanjay Dennis's wife. We're detectives. Mr. Dennis asked us to investigate the incident that occurred here. Detectives? Oh, I suppose my husband did say something about that. Your husband? That must mean you're Claudia Dennis, Sanjiv's wife. I'm sorry to bother you, but do you mind if we ask you some questions? I do mind, actually. I'm going to have to ask you to leave. The case has already been solved. What do you mean? The police said that Barnes is behind all this. So the matter's settled. We've heard that he's under suspicion, yes. But he can't be certain it was Barnes who committed the crime. You sound just like my husband. But nothing you say will change the fact that Barnes is the culprit. Barnes' partner, Ducklet, was up to no good. I saw it with my own eyes. Did you witness the crime? Barnes' partner, Ducklet, was involved in the crime? You look as though you don't believe me.
Excuse me?
Is it true you witnessed the crime? Well, I didn't exactly see it clearly. Huh? But I did witness some irrefutable proof. What exactly did you see? At the time of the incident, I was enjoying a cup of tea in my room on the second floor. Just then, I noticed a bird Pokemon flying outside the window. A bird Pokemon? Yes, I clearly saw a blue bird Pokemon. It had to have been Ducklet, but the darker feather. What's the dark blue bird that swallows the fish and can spit them back out again? Can't remember. We did find blue feathers near the window in the storage room, so those were Ducklets. In hindsight, she was obviously stealing the jewel. I also heard a faint sound just before that, like something metallic. Metallic's that Corviknight. Do you know what could have made that noise? No, I don't. But the storage room was ransacked, wasn't it? I suppose she must have broken something in the act. And I've heard it confirmed that Ducklet's feathers were found in the room. Is that proof enough that Barnes is the culprit? She's pretty darn convinced of her own theory. But all it's based on is the metallic sound and the sight of flying blue bird Pokemon. Pretty flimsy if you ask me. Yeah, I'm sorry, Miss Dennis, but that information alone isn't enough to definitively prove Barnes is the culprit. Then hurry up and find whoever is and get that jewel back. Isn't that what my husband hired you for? Oh, I get that she's upset, but she shouldn't have to take it out on us. I don't want to talk to her anymore. She's mean.
Excuse me?
Mr. Dennis seems confident that Barnes is innocent. Oh yes, I'm sure he is. He's always been too trusting. Especially when it comes to Barnes. Those two really trust each other that much. I'm told Barnes has worked here for a very long time. Much longer, in fact, than I've known Sanjeev. I suppose that's why Barnes is always taking my husband's side. What do you mean by that? Whenever my husband and I have a disagreement, Barnes inevitably sides with Sanjeev. Even though I'm sure he believes he's being impartial. The lack of self-awareness is yet another of his many flaws. I get the feeling Claudia is not a huge fan of Barnes. Do you think that's why she's sure that he's the thief? About the Ducklet.
Excuse me?
Could you tell me more about Ducklet? Ducklet is Barnes' partner. She dotes on him tirelessly and is always by his side. You mentioned earlier that she might be involved in the crime somehow. Would Ducklet be capable of such a thing? Yes, she even helps Barnes out with his shopping. I mean, it's an easy step, isn't it? Shopping, jewel heist. She'd certainly be capable of making off with a jewel. Well, whether or not Ducklet stole the jewel, the one thing seems certain is that she really loves Barnes.
Yes?
The Aurora drop is an incredibly valuable jewel. Mr. Dennis told me the same thing. But do you really understand? Can you even comprehend just how valuable it is? Huh? I know it. I knew it. Just look at those blank expressions. Hey, my face always looks like this. As it is, I'm not even sure my husband understands the true value of that jewel. After getting his hands on something so precious, why would he want to donate it to Rhyme City? So you're against donating the Aurora drop? Of course I am. Treasures like that aren't meant to be paraded about for the general public. They should be preserved for quiet observation by a select few. Hard to imagine her quietly doing anything. We need to find Ducklet.
Whoa!
I'm not going anywhere. I'm just walking past the door.
Man.
Hey, I have a couple of questions to ask you. Got a moment? Don't want to waste time chatting while you're on duty, huh? Awful stubborn, aren't you? You're even harder to talk to than Brad. Can we go in there? No. I don't know who else to talk to. Is there anything else in here? No. Do we have to start deducing?
Okay.
Okay, we've got some useful information. Let's stop for a moment and get our thoughts together. Based on everything we heard, is there anything that suggests Barnes is innocent? Let's review the information we gathered and see what we've come up with. Okay, we need more evidence.
Whoa!
We don't have enough. No, you're right. We don't. We need to talk to more people. But I don't know who else to talk to.
Okay.
Okay, can we just get... Do we need to talk to you? What makes the Aurora drop a symbol of revival? 2 years ago, during the R incident, my jewel shop suffered considerable damage. Wait, you were a victim of the R incident? Yes, some Pokemon who'd been exposed to R went berserk. Their rampaging destroyed my shop, to say nothing of the damage done to my jewels and other goods. By that time, I'd already had the Aurora drop. I kept it stored safe in the shop. So was the Aurora drop damaged too? No, as a matter of fact, it wasn't. Of all the jewels in my shop, the Aurora drop was the only one to remain unscathed. In fact, debris fell so perfectly around the Aurora drop that you might believe it was being protected. That's incredible. I guess there's some magic left in the world after all. Ever since then, the Aurora drop became known as the jewel that survived the arm incident. People started visiting my shop just to see it. And thanks to all that attention, my business was able to get back on its feet. Sounds like a valuable jewel in more ways than one. What made you decide to bring it back to your mansion instead of keeping it in your shop? I decided to donate it to Rhyme City. The Aurora drop. But why donate something so precious to you? It's not just precious to me, and that's exactly why I decided to donate it. Mayor Myers has done his part in improving our city by declaring the state of Pokemon Friendship Week. The start of Pokemon Friendship Week. I thought it was about time I did mine. So I wanted to donate the jewel that survived the R incident as a symbol of Rhyme City's revival. I hope that by doing so, I can help liven up not just my shop, but the whole city as well. That's a wonderful gesture. I'm glad you think so. Not everyone's pleased about it. I forget I said anything. I shouldn't burden you with concerns over such personal matters. For now, I'm counting on you to find the Aurora. Okay. Can you just stop talking? Now then, Mr. Barnes. We'll thank you not to leave the mansion until further notice. Understood. Oh, the police have finished questioning Barnes. Let's go find him. Oh, he looks a bit dodgy, doesn't he? How did it come to this? Why are the police so suspicious of me? Excuse me, are you Mr. Barnes? Who might you be? I'm Detective Tim Goodman. Mr. Dennis has hired me to investigate the crime that occurred here. Is that so? My apologies. I am Brandon Barnes. He's a shady character. He really is. Look at him. I work here at the Dennis residence as a butler. I mean, as soon as he showed up, look, I started bleeding. You can't see it. No. I can't get the blood. There's blood on my arm. See? And it wasn't there before Mr. Barnes turned up. That's all I'm saying. Do you mind if we ask you some questions, Mr. Barnes? I realise you must be tired since you just questioned by the police. Please, don't worry about that. If you've been hired by Mr. Dennis, then it's my duty to give you my full cooperation. Thanks. What would you like me to speak about first? The time of the incident. I was away when the incident occurred. It wasn't until after I'd finished my errand and entered the house that I realised something was amiss. I heard Turner's cry from the second floor. When I rushed upstairs, I found him collapsed on the floor in front of the jewel storage room. So that means Barnes was the first witness to arrive at the scene of the crime. dodgy, that is. Did you see the thief or their partner Pokemon? No, nothing like that. Wait, if Barnes run up the stairs, you'd think he would have run straight into the thief. If he didn't see anyone, could they have escaped from the second floor? Did you check the storage room? Yes, the door was already open, and when I looked inside, I saw the Aurora drop was gone. I then contacted Mr. Dennis and the police right away. If there's anyone who can corroborate your whereabouts at the time? Unfortunately not. It was only after that Mrs. Dennis came out of her room to see the commotion was about. And the only others in the house at the time were Growlithe and Clefable. Naturally, no one can take witness statements from a Pokemon, so I'm afraid I have no alibi. That's where we come in. The Pokemon that live in the mansion might know something. Mr. Barnes, do you have any idea who the thief might be? Not a clue, I'm afraid. But I do know that Mr. Dennis and I are the only ones who can freely use the key to the dual storage room. Growlithe guards that key with constant vigilance, so I imagine it would be very difficult for anyone else to take it from her. I suppose it's no great wonder that the police suspect me given the circumstances. I still don't understand why we just didn't speak to Growlithe first off and goes, who took the key? But I would never do something so senseless. At least that confirms that only those two have access to the key. About Ducklet.
Yes.
Ducklet is my dear partner Pokemon. Just look at this photo. Oh, look at Ducklet. Oh. Yes, isn't she adorable? Just look at her feathers. Simply beautiful. Jurian.
Hello there.
Welcome. Hope you've been having a good day. How are we doing? I'm not too bad, although I feel really tired. Like, really tired. But that's not all. She's also incredibly clever and even helps me with my work. Oh, excuse me. I'm terribly sorry. I tend to get a bit carried away when I speak about Ducklet. It's really no problem. You mentioned that she helps you with your work. What exactly does she do? Let's see. She runs errands for me, such as buying coffee beans from a local cafe. Oh, she buys coffee beans? Nice. You're tired to your bones. Oh dear. It's not good, is it? It's like I've got 20 minutes into this game and it's just like, wow, I could just sleep right now. Oh. She regularly goes shopping there by herself. But it's the weekend. Yay. Not having a real job, it's like one day is much the same as the other. If that's their go-to cafe, then it's got to be for the hi-hat blend. Guess I shouldn't be surprised that Rhyme City's elites have such refined tastes. I asked her to go to the cafe today, in fact, but she hasn't yet returned. Could she have wandered off somewhere? Do you have any idea where Ducklet might be? Unfortunately, no. The feathers found on the scene of the crime are Ducklet's, right? Yes, no question about it. But I haven't the faintest idea why Ducklet feathers would be there. Just the thought of her getting caught up in the crime somehow. I'm so worried I can hardly think straight. Out of all the jewels in Mr. Dennis's collection, he considers the Aurora Drop to be the most precious. He worked tirelessly to acquire it in the first place. Is this the Switch Detective Pikachu? Or this is the new one, the Switch one that came out today? Twitch didn't have the category for it yet either, which is why it's saying I'm playing the 3DS version. But this is definitely on the Switch. See, Joy-Cons and everything. You might even say the Aurora Drop is the physical manifestation, the crystallization of Mr. Dennis's career as a jeweller. I wish nothing but swift retribution to the thief who stole it from him. For someone who speaks so formally, Barnes is a pretty passionate guy, isn't he? Please, Tim, find the Aurora Drop. I beg you. Don't worry, sir. We're on the case.
Well...
Based on Barnes' testimony, I'm not really surprised the police suspect him. Yeah, if only there was another witness at least. About that, aren't you forgetting something, Tim? If you say Growlithe... Huh? I said we should speak to Growlithe first, because Growlithe had the key around its neck. But oh no, we can't speak to Growlithe. Right, let's go talk to Growlithe and Clefable.
Tim.
Oh, what? What?
Yo, main ectric. Working hard? Hey, what did I ever do to you?
Right, let's talk to Clefable now. She still looks awfully suspicious of us. Let's try again later. Okay, let's talk to Growlithe first. Are you okay now to talk to Growlithe? Hey Growlithe, sorry to bug you, but when you're already feeling down, but would you be alright if we ask you some questions?
Growl.
We're here to catch the thief, and we need your help to do that.
Growl.
You're willing to talk to us if it'll help Sanji? Thanks. Growlithe's nickname for Dennis, near as I can tell. She's a bit sad because she lost the key to the room. Oh right, his full name is Sanji of Dennis, so I guess Sanji makes sense. Anyway, Growlithe, can we start with the questions?
Growl.
Gotcha. As Dennis's partner, it's your job to guard the mansion. And we already know the key to the jewel storage room was around your neck. It's important to Dennis, so guarding it is important to you. Makes sense. She's still a good pupper. Yeah. Bless her. She's all sensitive.
Go.
She says she'd never been let alone. Blah, blah. She says she'd never let anyone other than Dennis or Barnes even touch the key.
Go.
So that's why you feel extra responsible for what happened to her. She's really got a strong sense of responsibility. Don't worry, the two of us are going to crack this case.
Wow.
Do you remember anything about the time of the incident? You don't know because you were napping.
Go.
What? Your breakfast was so tasty you ate too much and it made you sleepy. Oh dear. Greedy little puppy. Been there, believe me. What are you even talking about?
Go.
You woke up when Barnes got home. That would have been right before all the commotion happened. And when you woke up, your precious key was gone.
Growl.
Yeah, I can tell you're upset.
Growl.
You'll do whatever it takes to help us catch the thief. Thanks. We'll come ask for assistance if anything comes up.
Go.
She says Barnes is a kind and well-mannered person. He and Dennis are close, and she's never seen them fighting or arguing. Mr. Dennis really does seem to trust Barnes after all.
Go.
And Growlithe likes Barnes too. Judging from what Growlithe says, it's hard to think of Barnes as a likely culprit. Right, let's go talk to Clefable. Growlithe is my new spirit animal. Also, love food, then sleep. Only one left to task, Clefable. We should have started with these two. What? You think we're thieves returning to the scene of the crime? You got it all wrong. We're not here to steal anything. We're actually great detectives looking to catch the thief. Please can you answer some questions?
Faye.
Yes, really. Come on, you can trust us.
Faye.
Yeah, help us out. And I'm sure Claudia's bad mood will clear up too.
Faye.
So you're willing to talk to us? Thanks. Guess Clefable was worried we'd do something bad to Mrs. Dennis. Not sus at all. These are my picks. These two here.
Hey.
Do you have a job here at the mansion?
Faye.
No job per se, unless you count spending time with Claudia. Isn't it tough hanging out with someone so prickly? Faye. Claudia's not a bad person, you say? Sorry, didn't mean to be insulting. Faye, Faye, Faye. So Claudia's always arguing with someone or other. But when it's just you and her together, she starts regretting the whole thing. I get it now. Your job is to cheer her up when she gets into arguments. It's a weird job. Wow, you're actually pretty nice. I bet Clefable's really important to Mrs. Dennis. At the time of the incident, did anything strange happen today? Faye? Clefable's saying she got real sleepy while playing in the mansion this morning. There was some sort of sleeping gas pumped in. Faye, Faye. Then she dozed off and doesn't know what happened after that. That's too bad. What do you think of Barnes? Do you get along with him all right? Faye, Faye. Claudia doesn't like Barnes. Or a Jigglypuff. That's more likely. More likely a Jigglypuff. There's still that dark blue feather though as well. So Clefable tries not to have much to do with him. Faye. But she doesn't think Barnes is a bad person. After all, she says Barnes ran to help Turner when he got hurt. Wait, does that mean Clefable saw Barnes going upstairs to help Turner? Yeah, it's gotta. Clefable, what else can you tell us? Faye, Faye. Clefable was dozing near the front door this morning. When Barnes got home from doing stuff outside, she woke up and greeted him at the door. Faye, 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 Faye. Then Clefable and Barnes heard Turner's cry out on the second floor, so they both went up running upstairs. Ooh. Or sleeping drugs. But I hope not. That would take a dark turn. Yes. Someone just slipped something into their drinks. That means when Turner was attacked, Barnes was still on the first floor.
Okay, let's start deducing.
Okay, let's start deducing. I'm pretty sure I know what evidence I need to choose.
Okay.
Yeah, we need to choose the Clefable's evidence.
Okay.
We learned that Clefable greeted Barnes when he returned home to the mansion, and Growly said she woke up at exactly the same time. Barnes and the others only became aware of the crime after that. It was Turner, I reckon. Turner, that's my main culprit now. Doesn't that mean Barnes couldn't be the culprit? Barnes was on the first floor when Turner was attacked. It's the ground floor in the UK, okay? It's the ground floor, not the first floor. The first floor is the floor upstairs. At least that's how we call it in the UK. Ooh, pointing fingers already, eh? Yes. We're trying to solve this. I'm not sure we can prove Barnes' innocence with that alone. Yeah, we can't exactly disclose that testimony came from Pokemon. No one would believe us. I've already explained how we can, like, legitimize the Pokemon testimony. All we need to do is get someone to whisper into Pikachu's ear something. Then he comes and tells Tim. Tim tells him what it said, and it's all like, there you go, I can speak to Pokemon. Barnes has an alibi. We can't lift a suspicion around Barnes with Clefable's testimony alone. I think we're going to need some other kind of evidence to prove his innocence. But where should we look for it? Probably the feathers. At this time, it's best to try investigating other leads. We might find a thread somewhere unexpected that leads us back to this. How would they throw Tim isn't making up what Pikachu says? True. Well, they should just be trustworthy. Witness reported seeing red Pokemon and Ducklets. I wonder if the Pokemon that cut open the jewel case is the culprit's partner. It makes sense to think that, but no such human was seen by witnesses. Having said that though, we might learn something if we can find the red Pokemon. She suddenly can't write. Happens to me all the time. I suddenly can't read half the times. Let's head to the city and get some leads on that red Pokemon. I'm sure we'll be able to figure out what Pokemon it actually is. At this point, it seems pretty unlikely that Barnes is the culprit. But then, why did Ducklet leave from the second floor window? First floor? Seems unlikely that it's got nothing to do with the jewel thief. Finding Ducklet would be the quickest way to confirm that. Good call. Let's head into the city and look for her.
Okay.
It looks like the only way to continue our investigation is to gather info in the city. But where should we go? Should we go after Ducklet or search for the red Pokemon? If you're unsure, why don't you try following Ducklet? I think we had better leads to go on than that for the red Pokemon. Oh right, we did hear the Ducklet was supposed to buy coffee beans today. I bet she went to the Hi Hat Cafe. You're right, we should probably go search the cafe. Let's not waste any time, Tim. That's the first floor up there. We're on the ground floor. You let Ducklet be. Been through enough. Yes. Poor Ducklet. Anyway, that is going to be it for today's stream, I'm afraid. Oh, I think we're good. I think that's saved at the right time anyway. Yeah.
Hey, Tim, no need to hold back, you know. Talk to me whenever you want. I'm right here, after all.
Exactly. Anyway, thank you so much for everyone that stopped by. I will try and be on again more at the weekend to finish this game. Need to finish this game before I go away. That's the plan. But anyway, thank you to everyone that stopped by. I really do appreciate it because it gets very, very lonely when I'm here by myself. And until next time, just be nice to people. Bye. One button. Where's the end? End. Where's end gone? There it is. You're welcome.
Thanks for
lips are well out of
see
sync.
my stream. Sad to tell you I've got to go. Grab your hat and head for the door. In case you didn't notice, there ain't any more. If you liked my stream, tell everyone, but if you think it stinks, keep your big mouth shut. I'm glad you came, but I have to shout adios, au revoir, wiedersehen, ta-ta-ta, goodbye. Get lost, get out. Stream's over.
Bye-bye, everybody. My voice is a bit weird then.